You will probably never see a mole just walking along the forest floor. Moles dig, they dig all their lives. They build long tunnels. When the soil is loose, they swim through the earth. There are lots of moles in Korea. It is easy to see mole runs and mole hills. Walk along a path through the woods. And right below your feet is a ridge of soil. It goes right across the path. The soil is loose. If you stand on it, your feet sink into the ground a bit. That's a mole run. Someplace nearby, you may see a little hill of loose soil. That is the mole hill. The mole made the hill when he was digging his tunnel. He had extra soil. He did not have any place to put it, so he pushed it up the surface. Digging is her work. Why are the moles doing all that digging? That's the way they find their food. The moles eat insects and worms. They dig through the earth and eat whatever they found along the way. Moles never stop eating. Their favorite food is worm. It takes a lot of energy to do all that digging, so they have to eat a lot. They do not actually eat birds, roots, and other things like that. They eat through them as they dig their tunnel. Gardeners really do not like moles. They dig through girders. They dig under the roots. They destroy the roots when they dig under plants. Then the plants die. Moles make long brown strips in lawns. When the gardener mows his lawn, the mole runs and molehills stick out, so the mower cuts up the tops of lawns and hills. Then leaves just bare earth. Moles have lovely backbone fur. Their fur is useful because it can lie flat in any direction. That is an adventure for an animal that lives underground and digs all the time. Try this and you will see why. Brush your hair back. It lies flat. Brush your hair forward. Now it stands up. In the dirt tunnel, your hair will pick up a lot of dirt. Whenever you walk backward in your tunnel, a mole's fur stays clean because it always lies back. It's a shame, but hardly anyone ever sees the mole lovely for. Sometimes we see his funny face. People remember the mole funny face, and they forgot his beautiful fur. Everything about the giraffe is big. His legs are long. His neck is very, very long. His head is big. In fact, he weighs 12 kilograms, and his tongue is 45 centimeters long. All of the beans help the giraffe, but some beans give him trouble. Think about it. The giraffe mouth is 5 meters above the ground. His neck is long, but it is not as long as his legs. How can he get a drink of water? The giraffe springs his front legs support. Then he can reach the water. After he has had his drink of water, it is difficult for him to stand up straight again. You try it. Get down on all fours. Spread your arms and legs so they are spread apart. Now try to get up quickly. You can't. That works the giraffe. He is afraid of attack when he drinks. There are always a lot of predators around water holes. Then what use are those long legs and that long neck? That's simple. They help him get his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The giraffe's favorite foods are the leaves, small twigs, the buds of acacia tree. The acacia tree grows to 6 meters high or a bit taller. The giraffe can reach the tops of acacia tree. Imagine you're driving past some trees growing along a road in Kenya. They're high up in the tree. You can see a giraffe head. He is nearing the top part of acacia. The perch lies back. The giraffe does have one problem with his favorite food, a kind of skinny ant live on acacia trees. When the giraffe begins to eat the acacia leaves, the ants come out. They climb all over the giraffe's face and they sting him. Soon he stops eating and moves on to eating something else. In this way, the ants protect the tree. The tree pays the ants for this protection. Produces the ant's favorite food, nectar. The giraffe is almost always a very gentle animal. It does not eat meat, so it does not harm other animals. It does not want stranger giraffes to join its herd. Giraffes try to chase strangers away by rubbing their neck. At first, they rub neck gently. This is a warning. It means go away. If the stranger does not go away, the neck rubbing gets louder. The giraffes slap their neck together at the end of the slap. One giraffe may dig his horns into the other giraffe's neck or shoulder. Usually they do not hurt each other seriously. One giraffe feels inferior and he walks away. What a remarkable animal the giraffe is. Is it a bird? Is it a mammal? What is it? That's the problem scientists had when they first saw this animal. It lives in Australia and it is very puzzling. It has a build like a dog. It has feet like a dog too. But it does not have just 2 feet and wings. It has 4 feet and no wings. The female legs act like a dog, but she eats her baby whales just as other mammals do. This is a dog-billed platypus. It is about 60 centimeters long and has a white flat tail like a beaver. It has always so for many of these species animals were once killed for their fur. Well, that no longer happens. There are protected species. The platypus eats various kinds of surface tadpoles and earthworms. It lives in lakes and streams. In eastern Australia and Tasmania, it is almost impossible to see one as they burrow through mud in search of food and much of the time. The female digs a long burrow with lots of twists and turns. At the end of the burrow, she builds a nest. She lays 2 or 3 eggs in the nest. The eggs have soft skin and are slippery. The eggs hatch after 10 or 12 days. The mother platypus feeds her babies for months. It is very difficult to keep these animals in the zoo. They are very shy and they eat a lot. Each platypus eats in their own way in surface tadpoles and earthworms every day. You can understand why scientists have trouble feeding these animals into any known constantly. Just look at his character. A bill like a dog, or tail like a beaver, webbed feet, lays eggs. The young feed the mother milk. Also, the male carries pollen. It is in a claw on its hind legs. This pollution is caused a human-grade pain. The scientists finally solved the problem of putting this animal in a carton by inventing a new one. It is known scientifically as the family or only member of the family. The platypus is unique. It is different from all other living things, but every animal is unique. In some ways, elephants, for example, work with their noses, and kangaroos carry their babies in their pockets. So maybe the dog-billed platypus isn't so strange after all. What do you think? 근데 이번 책은 토요일에 뭐 해요? 이번 책 CD 보는
지금
거.
하고 있잖아. 리딩 월드.
근데 이번 책은 이 CD가 5일차까지
6일 차에는 뭐 하라고 했어?
6일차에는 어떤 거예요?
5일차 똑같이 하는 거라고. 5일차 돼 있을 때는
5일차 거랑 똑같이. These her worldwide. Most doing now they think that's the way they find the food. Most eat insects and worms. They dig through the air and eat whatever they find along the way. Most never stop eating. Their favorite food is fruit. It takes a lot of energy to do all that so they have to eat a lot. They don't actually eat birds, roots, and there are other things like that. They eat through them as they dig their tunnels. Journalists really do not like most. They dig roots, girders. They dig on their lawns. They destroy roots when they dig other plants and the plants die. Most make a long brown streaks in lawns. When the gardener mows his lawns and the more runs and more hills stick out, so the more cost of the tops of the lawns and hills and leaves just barely. 38.
고등학생.
고등학생이라니 졸업을 아직 못했다.
Okay, book 8. What's the title?
Animal store.
6. The tunneler. What do moles do all their lives?
They dig all their lives.
평생 동안 하는 일이?
하는 거다.
When you walk in the woods, what do you see beneath your feet?
There right below your feet is a reed of soil.
What happens when you step on it?
Your feet sink into the ground a bit.
What is the little hill of loose soil nearby?
The mole made the hill when he was digging his tunnel. He had extra soil. He did not have any place to put it, so he pushed it up to the surface.
그래서 what is the little hill of loose soil nearby? What is it?
Someplace nearby, we may see a little hill of loose soil. That is a molehill.
그러니까 뭐냐고 그게. 뭐라고 불러?
Molehill.
그렇지. That is a molehill. 어? It's a simple answer. 복잡하게 대답하네. Why did the mole make a molehill? Why did the mole make a molehill?
He had extra soil. He did not have any place to put it, so he pushed it up to the surface.
책에 표시해놔야지. 표시하지 않은 것 같은데. Page 8. Why do moles do so much digging?
That's the way they find their
What do moles eat?
moles eat insects and worms.
Why do gardeners not like moles?
They dig through gardens. They dig under roots. They destroy roots when they dig under plants.
What happens when the gardener mows his lawn?
That leaves just bare.
What happens
무슨
when
일이?
the gardener mows his lawn?
The mole runs and mows his stick out.
So
So the mower cuts up the top of the runs and hills. That leaves just bare earth.
page 10. Why is mole fur unusual?
Because it can lie flat in any direction.
Why does a mole's fur stay clean?
Because it always lies flat.
How long is a giraffe's tongue?
His tongue is 35 centimeters long.
How far up is the giraffe's mouth?
The giraffe's mouth is 5 meters above the ground.
So, how does the giraffe get a drink of water?
The giraffe stretches his front legs apart, then he can reach the water.
Why is a giraffe worried when he drinks?
Because after he has had his drink of water, it is difficult for him to stand up straight.
그러니까 뭐 때문에?
He is afraid of attack.
뭐로부터?
There are always a lot of predators around water holes.
Okay. What does the giraffe use his long legs and neck for?
They help him get his breakfast, lunch, and the giraffe can reach the tops of acacia.
So what are a giraffe's favorite food?
The giraffe's favorite food are the leaves,
일단
small twigs, and buds of acacia tree.
오케이. 자, 그 동작하고 일어나 보라는 거 있었지? 해봤어?
해봤죠?
그렇게 됐어?
아니요.
Page 14. What problem does the giraffe have with his favorite food?
A kind of sting ant leaves an acacia tree. When the giraffe begins to eat the acacia leaves, the ants.
이거 못 먹겠네. 말이지.
근데 이거 길이는 걷다가 넘어지면 어떻게 해요?
그러게. What do the ants do to the giraffe?
They climb all over the giraffe's face and they sting him.
How does the tree pay the ants for this protection?
It produces the ant's favorite food, nectar.
How do giraffes try to chase strangers away?
By rubbing their neck. At first, they love neck strength.
See, what happens if the stranger does not go away?
The neck rubbing gets louder. The giraffes slap their neck together.
Rougher,
Rougher.
rougher,
Rougher.
rough하게 한다 이 말이지?
네.
더 rough하게.
네.
What usually makes a giraffe go away?
They do not hurt each other seriously. One giraffe feels inferior and he walks away.
Okay. What does it have a bill like?
A bill like a dog.
How does the female lay eggs?
The female lays eggs like a dog, but she feeds her babies milk.
Page 18. Why is the platypus no longer killed for his fur?
They are protected species.
What does the platypus eat?
The platypus eats various kinds of shellfish, tapirs, and earthworms.
Why is it always impossible to see one?
As they burrow through mud in search of food much of the time.
How much does the platypus eat in one day?
They eat a lot. Each platypus is its own weight in shellfish, tadpoles, and earthworms every day.
그렇구나. 엄청나게 많네요.
살이 아니지.
그래? 유광인이가 너무하는 음식을 매일 먹는 거야? Page 20. Where does the male carry poison?
The male carry poison in a claw on its hind legs.
Is it the only member of his scientific family?
Yes.
How are elephants unique?
Elephants, for example, work with their noses.
How are kangaroos unique?
Kangaroos carry their babies in their pockets.